G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So, I'm at Bunnings, and if you look here, 4 customers per aisle. Oh look, we're down to 3. So that means we can go down the aisle. This is out of control. Alright, so I can't remember what I was saying last, but anyway, I got in the aisle, I got what I needed. I'm going to try this new product, the Sellies, basically Sikaflex. The reason I want to try it is the main reason. Sikaflex, you have to line up at the paint desk to get the nozzles, and the line was like 5 people deep, and I didn't want to be involved in that. These ones have the nozzles attached, so we'll try out a new product. But anyway, check this out guys. All the seedlings are gone. It's out of control. I can't believe it. Like, how fast do people think seedlings grow? If stuff does got, like, even if it gets locked down, the shopping centre is still going to be classed as essential, so you're still going to be able to get food. I got sidetracked. I'm not even meant to be in this aisle. Guys, that was eerie. I don't know where I left off in the store, but you guys know I've got a fair bit of self-confidence in the shops and stuff with the camera now, but I did not feel comfortable at all in there. Basically, sorry, I'm just trying to concentrate on driving at the same time. Even though we've got car cam, we do need to be safe. I've been on building sites, right, and the difference in what they're doing in regulations and shit is huge. Like, on site, they said try not to get too many people in the elevator. So basically, I was getting in the elevator, and I wouldn't get in if there was more than 3 people. The rule of thumb is like 4 people. It was a huge elevator. 4 people is enough for 1.5 meters between people. But if I got on at the bottom, I'm just in a parking spot at the shop, and there's like a couple of cops behind me. If I get in the elevator on the ground floor, right, and start going up, next thing, it's a 22 floor building. Next thing, there would be like 11, 12 people in there. I felt super uncomfortable. I actually took a couple of photos. I'll show you right now. One photo is when I didn't actually get in the lift at all, and the other photo was when I was already in the lift and people were like piling in front of me. So I'll drop them now. So I really don't understand how construction sites aren't getting shut down when you can't have more than 10 people at a funeral. I'm actually, oh sorry, I'm just watching the cops. I'm low-key praying for a lockdown just because I'm so scared of going back to that site on Monday. But anyway, let's get home, and I'm going to show you guys what we purchased. It's not anything to build today. We're just planning ahead. Basically, if Bunnings closes, I won't be able to buy shit, so I got a reasonably good pay this week because, believe it or not, I've actually been working more hours than usual during this. So I think I've got every single thing to finish the ply tanks. But anyway, I'm going to run to this shop, and I'll see you guys at home. Alright guys, and we're home. We're back on the microphone. Let's have a look at what we got. As I said, I'm not starting any projects today. I just went through the most intense shopping experience I've ever had in my life. We need to do a food shop, but I think I'm going to tackle that like 30 minutes before close at 8:30 and see if there's less people. Mind you, I don't like my chances, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's have a look at what we got. Alright, so we got 3 bulkheads. These ones, the Bunnings sell 2 different types. They're expensive ones and cheap ones. They're the cheaper ones. They only had 2 of them. That's the more expensive one. So I had to get 1 of them. But you can imagine what I did when I went up to the counter with these. We've got a couple more rollers. I just got 4 more. I'm pretty sure I had enough, but like obviously we're taking no chances in the situation that we're in. This is what I was talking about before. Marine Flex. Basically Sikaflex, but $5 a tube cheaper. And I didn't have to go to the counter to get nozzles. That was like the deal breaker for me. And then I got my fittings for my bulkheads. Yes, I'm a bit ahead of the game buying the plumbing hardware before they're even finished, but obviously I don't know when I'm going to get to Bunnings again. So we've got them. One of these tubes is actually for the other project, which includes those nylon bolts which I showed you yesterday. Which reminds me, I've got to edit yesterday's video. I haven't done that yet. Keep this all packed away nicely. And a key ingredient. We've got more catalyst for the fiberglass and the gel coat. I didn't actually have enough fiberglass. Also, you'll see it's got my name written on it. And I actually had the shop that I got this from, Catalyst, not a fancy bottle or anything. The shop I got this from, I actually had to buy it over the phone on credit card, and then it was dropped at the front door for me to pick up once I got there. So I think I had already told you guys in a previous video way back that I was running out of catalyst, and that was one of the things that was actually holding me up. But and we got 3 meters of 25mm pipe. That's for our standpipes inside the tank. I really would have liked to buy 6 meters, but I didn't have a hacksaw in my car to cut it up. But anyway, so that's everything we got. I haven't been in the fish room yet or anything, so we'll go have a look at the fish. Alright guys, so it's actually the next day. We're still going to do the same thing. We're going to go have a look in the fish room. I actually want to do a little test with the flower horn, so we'll try that. I'm in isolation, so I've got plenty of time to make videos. So last night I thought I'd just chill and have a play tomorrow. It's starting to get cooler, so you'll see that you've just fogged up. That's because, and my glasses are fogged up. That's because it's coming into winter, and as it gets cooler, the change from the fish room to the outside to the fish room gets greater in temperature. It's going to start fogging up the camera, which is annoying, but it just means I have to put the camera in the fish room for 5 minutes before I actually start recording. But anyway, I'm just going to let this acclimatize. So yes, how funny is that, guys? You have to acclimatize your fish. Well, some of you vloggers might also know you have to acclimatize your camera to record in fish rooms. So anyway, I'll be back in a sec. Look, Elsa and his girl are just chilling. He still chases her and she still hides, but they're slowly getting better. Like, she comes all the way to the middle and grabs food now, and like, he'll be eating and he won't actually chase her while he's eating. So even though they're still not best friends, they're getting better. But anyway, so this is the flower horn I want to have a look at. So my friend Zach, he's constantly playing. I've got shit everywhere up here. He plays with his boys with his hand and that. Now, and I want to try it. I've never really done it, but the only thing is, I don't know how he's going to react. I think it might take a while. So this is a boy I want to keep, so I kind of want to play with this one. But he doesn't seem worried about my hand. But I think to get him to chase my hand might take a little while. I don't know. I haven't even asked Zach how he first started doing it. But from the videos I've seen, he gets like one finger and he like waves it around, and the flower horn like runs around his finger. So I really want to try and get into that. I don't know what this one's going to do. So they don't seem too scared of it, which is a good start, I think. But I think it's going to take a bit of time. Alright, I hope you like that look at the flower horns. I kind of talked about things I've not really talked about flower horns before, and putting my hand in there, we could see that they weren't scared, which is a good start towards not being scared. No, good start towards trying to hand train them. I've actually got to, I don't know what tomorrow's video is going to be. I've got to siphon out some of this peacock bass tank. The infertile eggs, they get fungus, and then the good wrigglers stick to the fungus and they're dying, which happens with the flower horns as well. If you remember the 8 foot, when I put the wrigglers in there, that was one of my main goals, was to keep the wrigglers away from the fungus eggs, and it actually worked. So anyway, I'm going to have a siphon of this. I've kind of left it a couple of days or a day because I actually don't mind if a few die off, because there's way too many. I don't really want to raise any more than 100 or so. Originally I was going to raise like 20 to 50, but I think I'll try 100 or so. There's actually a couple in here. I dropped a couple in here yesterday. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do now. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe for more, hit that little red button. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.